Welcome to Elevate eCommerce, the podcast where we elevate your e-commerce game. Join our host, Hi Mag, CEO of Eva, as he shares the latest strategies in Amazon, Omnichannel, and advertising. Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting, Hi's insights and expert interviews will help you thrive in the e-commerce world. Tune in for practical tips and transformative success stories to elevate your business to new heights.
Welcome everyone to the Elevate e-commerce podcast, new episode, and I have a great guest. It's a distinct pleasure for me to introduce Waqas Anwar. Now, Waqas is one of the best PPC specialists that I know. He had a very long history with PPC or overall advertising. He knows how to launch, grow, and also maximize the profits for the products by using advertising. So, Waqas, welcome to our podcast.
Thanks a lot, and I really appreciate your kind words, but I'm not the best. I'm not trying to be the best. So yeah,
One of the best. Well,
Thank you.
I mean, it's definitely great. And Waqas is based in Pakistan. Now, that's also important to mention that there is a great talent pool in Pakistan. There's a lot of people, maybe 100,000 Pakistani people are just, kind of engaged in some form and shape into the Amazon business. So cannot be ignored anymore. And there are some very big Pakistani sellers too on Amazon. Like, I mean, even in the top 50, there are a few like Pakistani sellers. So the country is very much dedicated to Amazon as well. So maybe we start, Waqas, maybe you can introduce yourself, your experience, and we can start from there.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for again inviting me here. It's really a pleasure to be here. And just to start off, as you said that there are a lot of people from Pakistan who are in this industry, specifically top 50, okay, but in top 5, like Utopia and other big brands, they are from Pakistan. So yeah, we are vibrant people, and yes, we are living in interesting times that push us to learn these kind of things, to survive. But yeah, coming back to my experience, it starts from being the project manager of one brand that was like doing, I don't know, 40-50 million pounds a year, and then it went to future brands, then to different brands, then to different agencies. So starting from a normal guy to right now, I'm working as an Amazon PPC director. So yeah, it's a brief history. It's not it's not a long, but always been a marketing guy. So I always have a sense that yes, how to do the marketing. Marketing sense is there for like 20 years or 25 years of my practical life. So yeah.
I like that 25 years. So that is already very interesting. So maybe let's start by, by the way, at the end of this podcast, Waqas, based on his many years of Amazon experiences, he will tell to us a nice e-commerce hack as well, but that will come at the end of the podcast. But I would like to start from a very basic question. What is your advertising strategy when you meet with a customer the first time? What is it that you're going to do?
So first of all, how we need to understand, of course, if we are meeting a customer, we need to understand what are his goals, right? And then analyzing the niche. Usually, what we have seen is that the basics are not there because there are so many strategies, there are so many serial things. Everyone is involved in that, and no one is focusing on basics. So if your basics are not there, you are not going to make it for sure. And my strategy is always this, and I always tell this to my team as well. Whenever you get a client, you make sure that the basics are correct. Like let's just focus on the advertising side and not the brand management side. So you need to make sure like you're analyzing the niche. Like you need to understand if that customer needs to be ranked on some keywords, on those keywords that have hefty CPCs or bids. No, sometimes you have to analyze through SFRs, even the conversions are happening on the top or not. And you can just, lay below the fold or on the fold, or, you need to understand whether you have to rank or not. And whether if it is ranking is really important. And second, most of all, what kind of keywords that that seller is already utilizing. And if it's already a seller, then you have search query performance, and then you have all the data, search term reports, and everything to analyze whether he's using the right terms or not, and whether those terms are not brand dominated or Amazon dominated. So there are series of things, there are series of steps that you need to do, but you have to start from the basic. And the basic thing is that you need to understand the behavior of the keywords and the behavior of the buyers on that keyword. If it is necessary to be ranked or not, or indexation is important, and being on the first page is important. And then from there, you need to move forward to other things like price point or the retail readiness and stuff that comes later. But of course, the basic is something, and the ranking is something that I really like. If you are selling jeans or you're selling bra tops, you don't have to be on the top. You can lay down, or you can lay on first page, any spot, and you can still sell through. If your main image is good, if your reviews and your pricing is good, of course you are going to get a conversion.
Makes sense. Absolutely. Like when you mention the basics, like even search query performance report, I know that at least 50% of the brands are not even aware of such a rich information that is already available on Amazon. Obviously, if they are already selling, maybe in the launch phase, that's not too much of an information, but there is a lot of great information there. So great that you mentioned it as well.
I just want to, sorry to cut you off. I just want to mention one point more here. We have also seen this, that what these advertisers do is that they try to get all the keywords from SQP and try to run advertisement on all the keywords. You don't have to do that.
Okay.
There should be a thin line between like the keywords that you should choose for your advertisement and that you should not choose, because sometimes you need to have organic and your advertised sales ratio as well. And so every keyword is not for the top of search, or even not for your sponsored product ads. Some keywords are just for sponsored brands, some are just for the sponsored brand video ads, and some are for headline ads, and some are specifically for top of search sponsored product ads. So it's not about just the keywords, it's about the behavior of the keywords that you need to understand, that how people are reacting with them and how your product is reacting back to it.
Very interesting. Okay, so that's something that I don't think a lot of advertisers, as you mentioned, are looking into, in which type of an advertising that they should use that keyword, right? I don't know if you have an example of this.
There are many, but these NDAs, don't allow to do that, but there are many. And if I don't know, I should have come up with an example through an image. I posted on my LinkedIn, I think times ago, that there was an example, and your broad is like roaming around in those aisles where you should not be there. So it means that you are just targeting the keywords, and these examples are full in LinkedIn. You will find plenty of them, and I have shared a couple of them. But yes, there are many examples, and you should not be doing it. You should be careful about it.
Got it. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Amazon is always introducing new stuff, and there's always some new techniques in advertising. So maybe my next question is like, especially for the last 6 months, which innovative advertising technique is very exciting for you, or you started using and it delivers some better outcomes?
There are many, but lately, like last 2 months, what I've seen, that if your product is properly placed, if you're priced correctly, if you have better reviews, it doesn't mean that you have to have 10,000 or 15,000 reviews. Even 500 reviews with better ratings, the real juice out you can get is from your competitor. Now, for example, you have a competitor A and you are the product B. So what you can do is that you can just target them in your paid campaigns. You sit down on their carousel, right? Now he is pushing on all the keywords, trying to bring all the traffic, and you are snatching it, you are leaking it. This is the best strategy. But before that, again, go back to basic. You need to understand why you are better than that competitor, and you need to understand, like, is your PDP converting enough, they are going to make a conversion for you. This is the best technique. You don't have to do some wasteful spending. You don't have to do ranking and stuff. You just sit down on that one competitor who's working like day and night to do something, and you are stealing everything from there. It's going to be a really cheaper one. The conversion, the CPCs are going to be great, and then after some time you will see from the search terms of that campaign that you are going to get the sales from the keywords, from the main keywords as well. So this is a very unique technique, but again, these techniques should be like, I always have 5 to 10 campaigns, one keyword campaigns, one product ASIN targeting campaigns in a different separate portfolio, where I try to just keep on testing the product, which product is going to get clicked, where I'm going to leak all the sales. In Canada specifically, if I can tell you, lately there was a product in a beauty niche, and the client just dropped the price just to understand what happens. And believe you me, all the main keywords that have the search volume 10,000 and 15,000 search volume, they were making sales per month of like 200 and 300 one keyword. And that alone, one bad campaign was giving us like 900 and 1,000 sales a month. So it means it was, for me, it was like getting everything from there. Even like at one point, I wanted to pause everything and just keep that thing running just to see like what happens. So yeah.
Very good. I mean, it's almost like what the first e-commerce hack here, going into this targeted ASIN campaigns and how to use them, how to leverage them. So thanks for sharing this. It also kind of correlates with my next question, because it is not that everything is advertising that affects advertising, but there are other things that are affecting advertising, and it's not advertising itself, like listings, pricing, etc. So how do you handle that part? Like as you already mentioned, you can target the other product, but you need to know why you are better than the other product, right? And what is it that is not advertising but affects advertising a lot?
There is one thing. That is branding. That's it. There's nothing else than that. Even your advertising is going to be effective if you have a better branding than of your competitors. We need to understand that this COVID era has gone, right? So every seller is still in awe of it. We have to get out of it. Right now, the competitiveness of the market is there, and it's getting higher by higher, day by day. So what you need to do is to make sure that your product is properly placed. Then you have a proper branding. Branding is the only stuff that will help you to sell $10 product at $100, and people will buy it. Yes, product has to be good stuff. We are talking about other things, right? These basic things, we have already said basics have to be correct. So now we are talking about branding. So if branding is correct, you even sometimes let me give you another example. There used to be a cookie brand, and their branding was like, no, we are talking about cookie, where we have a lot of big competitors like Ripvan, like Quest Cookies, and these are big names. We paused the advertising, and like we composed the advertising completely just to see like what happens. But their branding was at next level, and they were warming up the audience as well. So, and we did not lose the spot. Yes, there was some drop in the sales, but we stick there, and we started again on the branded and most important keywords. But if we were spending $50,000 on the ads, now we are spending $20,000, but the sales are the same, because we know that we have been ranked on those keywords now, because mostly these products where you have to get the sales from the top. So now if you are at the top and your sell through is the same, you are not going to lose the rank for sure. If you are staying there and you are keep getting clicks, so you are going to stay there. So make sure that you are properly branded. Your first image, your main image has to be properly branded and shows the message. The funny thing is, like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, there was a much hype of main image toss and stuff, and I was also talking about it over the LinkedIn. Then I went to Amazon. I started looking for different main images, just trying to understand how toss is important, how it's affecting. Then I found a series of products that was like, product was there, and then it was written as seen on TikTok or TikTok viral and this kind of stuff. and they were selling like crazy. There was really a jump in the sales for those products. If you look at the history, they were not making that much, but after changing this image, after connecting with the people, after connecting with the buyers, their sales really took off. It means that you must know what's happening in the industry. You are well aware. If the agency is handling your account, your agency should be aware of what they do. It's not like this. You can still sit with 2 to 3 images, with boring images, boring content. You're still going to sell. Yes, you are going to sell if you are vendor and you have proper reviews and stuff, and you can get quite manipulative at times. But if you want to survive in the niche, you have to keep yourself updated. And as I believe in this, that e-commerce is all about A/B testing. So when you stop A/B testing, whether it's your main image, whether it's your keywords in ads, whether it's bullets, everything, whenever you stop A/B testing, you are going to go down. You're bound to go down. If you want to stay there or you want to improve, A/B testing is the only stuff that would help you to go there.
Absolutely, yeah. The A/B testing is very important. So maybe two things related to that. One is the brand store. What is the impact of the brand store, you think, to advertising?
So average basket value, right? So your basket value, it is more about, we are talking about now profitability, right? It's not about now here. Yes, your brand story, your store is the most important thing. And if you go into your store insights and see the traffic there, you will always see the traffic that is landing there is buying more stuff, right? Even if you compare it with your sessions, you will see that your sessions are high, but your overall sales is low. But if you go to your store insights, you will see that whatever organic traffic that you are bringing in, or organic or not organic, they are buying the products. And even if you take out the ratio, because Amazon does tell you that, so you will see that organically, if you are getting there, they are buying. So now if a person is buying, let's suppose, any stuff that, and they have the other complementary stuff, they are going to buy that. So that's how you are going to create your basket. You are going to increase your basket value, and that's how you are going to increase your profitability in this competitiveness, this market. So yeah.
Absolutely. So the brand store helps to make sure that the customer is already navigating to the store and adding supplementary products, maybe other products that are relevant, because they already like one. Why shouldn't they buy another variation, right? And then that will help the average order value to go up, which is also one of the main factors for
There is
profitability.
also one more concept. Yes, sorry to cut you off. There is also one more concept that everyone is, working on it. I know the bigger brands that are working on it. So what they are doing is that if they have 10 products and their five of their products are best sellers, so what they are doing is that they are keeping 5 other products on FBM.
Okay.
Right? Yes. Now they are saving every kind of cost because they are landing the people on their storefronts, and from there they are also selling those FBM products. So now it's helping them with, now we are talking about pure profits. Why not? Like if they become your your brand loyal, they are going to buy your FBM products as well. So now you are selling through your D2C. Now you are selling the same. You are making them to behave the same as their D2C. So it's a great combo, and people are working on it. And to be honest, we are also working on a couple of these kind of projects where we are trying to push 4 or 5 products heavily, and we are making sure that they are going to be on top 3 or 4 or 5 of the niche, and then we will keep other 30 to 40 products in FBM, because we want to scale the profitability, and we're doing everything for those 3 4 products that have to be in FBA, and we are making sure that the client is profitable enough. And I think that this is going to work, and it's working for some sellers as well, as I've spoken with.
Yeah, I like this. This, I think, is like the second e-commerce act that you already mentioned here, because this is a great, a very interesting strategy, right? Like keep the best sellers on FBA, keep the rest on FBM, maximize the profit, have a great brand store, so people who buy the best seller buys the FBM product too. Amazing stuff. So, Waqas, why don't you share with us a case study or a success story? Of course, you don't need to mention the name of the brand, but anything that you worked in the last few years. What was more exciting case study that you can share with us?
I always say that I'm more like I've started working or my work extensively. I've worked on the brands that are mostly pet supplements, right? So there was one brand, and we know that pet supplements is one of the most competitive niche on this earth, and there's a huge demand of it, and there's a huge market of it, but the competition is like hell, right? So I would say that this guy one came to us, and we started working on it. It is a years back a story. So we started working on it. No, I'm going to give you 2 to 3 perspective of the stories. So first thing is that this pet supplement, we started working on it. They were not making enough money. They were, but not as much as other great names are already. So we started working on it. We tried to rank. Then we started DSP on it. Everything we were doing it, but we were not crossing a certain range or certain limit that our client wanted. So we started working on, okay, let's try to warm the audience. Let's try to do it. Let's try to do it. But we were not connecting with the buyer. There was some hurdle in it. There was some hiccup in it that we were not able to connect with with the buyers. We were selling good, but 70% or 60% of our purchasing were coming through ads. And it's not good because we are talking about a pet supplement niche where your CPCs are sometimes $5, and sometimes even if your product is $15, then CPC is $19. So we are talking about that niche specifically. But one thing that really changed my perspective, because at that time, my perspective was you have to be on the top, you have to sell good, you have to have good reviews and ratings, then you are going to make a smooth sailing. But one thing happened. Somehow, the seller and we started talking about it like our products look a kind of a boring when they appear with our peers or competitors. They appear boring, although the main image is classic, although the listings and price point, because we were using a hook price strategy where we had the smaller version of that product at very low cost, and then we have the bigger version, and we were not advertising the bigger one, we were advertising the smaller one. So we were the cheapest, still inexpensive, but still we were not making there. What we did is that we started talking about it like we look boring. There's something boring about us. There's something boring about us. And they took 2 to 3 months. And then they started like the first product, they changed the packaging, they rebranded themselves. Boom, that product really took off. And it was really a great lesson for me because the buyers of that particular product, the other brands, they were like, let's talk about Zesty Paws. They have this kind of a very good and vibrant image, and other competitors, you will see the very vibrant images and very connecting images. We were not there yet. So once they changed the image, once they changed the main image, it really took off. It really took off, and there was a certain threshold of like this thing we have to achieve, and in next 3 months we did achieve that. And when it was a patch day for the first time in patch day 2022, I guess it was the first or 23, I don't remember correctly. It was first time when the patch day was announced. And for half of the items, we were out of stock. And for some, we have to pause the deals. We have to pause the ads and everything to make sure that we stay in stock, because the client was of the view that even if we go out of stock, we have to come back after 2 months because the inventory, this replenishment is going to take time. They have to do the manufacturing. So it was like, so this was the first time, like if you are doing everything, if you are doing DSP, very good, PPC, very good, if you are bringing the warm traffic, good, but you need to make sure where you are standing, the people standing like among you, like besides you, if they are like you look quite vibrant today, right? This purple shirt and stuff. Now I look boring, to be honest. So it has to everyone, if anyone is going to make sure that who looks more here vibrant, you look connect more. So they are going to rely on you more. So this same thing, but because when we went into demographics of that niche and we tried to understand like what's happening, we studied the demographics through DSP and then through the backend of the Seller Central. The women were were purchasing the products most for that brand. So it means that they were purchasing for the whole niche as well, right? So now women at that certain age, they connect with these colorful things more, and we were not there. So when they started changing the colors and when they went into complete rebranding, now are one of the biggest players of the market, that I can tell you for sure, because I've worked with them. So they are. And second thing, we also worked on one of the beverage brand, and they were struggling with the sales, and they were facing their cash flows issues. Cash flow is the king. You have to make sure that you are you are doing a good job. But we stayed there. The client was good. He was saying that the seller was of point of view that I will stay there, but if it is not bringing profit, it's okay. I'm trying to make it through my brick and mortar shop and through my D2C shop. So, okay, Amazon is there. So we started gathering the reviews. It was all organic. We were selling very less at very high tacos. We were trying to control the things. And there came a time after a year that their reviews started to pour in, right? And the reviews started to go up. They had a great images, they had great everything, but because of that niche of everyone was like, as I told you, the behavior of the buyers for every niche is different. Some relies on reviews, some don't, right? Some relies on the pricing, some just go for the pricing stuff, some go for the branded stuff. And after a year, that brand started growing organically. Amazon started giving them the leverage because now they had enough reviews. They didn't do any black hat, to be honest. And they are one of the, I would say, the top 10 sellers of that specific niche. That niche is very small, very small. They are very niche buyers for it, but still they started to grow. It means that you do not consistency is has to be there. Okay, sometimes consistency does need cash flows. They need things, right? But if you can do it, stay there. You stay there and do the right things, do the basic things, you will do it. Of course, if you are not going to do it 2 months, you are going to do it in 1 year, but of course you will do it for sure. Consistency should be there. And now they thought that they will never cross 50,000 in a month. Now they're crossing in 5 days.
Wow, that's very nice to share. So thank you very much for that. It's all a lot of e-commerce hacks already. My next question is something that I really like, being a computer engineer for many years, and also developing a platform. It's about AI. So what role does AI play in optimizing the advertising strategies? How are you using it at this moment?
See, I'm a big fan of AI, but we need to understand it's still a program and it's developing one, right? And there should be a brain behind it. If there's not a brain to control this horse, it's going to create a problem for you, for anyone. Even there are some systems that got really the fame in early 23 or 24 when it's all about the system is all AI, the software is all AI, and they will start controlling your advertisement. Now the sellers are running from it. Why? Because AI is still an AI. There should be a brain behind it. If your bids are getting changed every 30 minutes, how you are going to stay there? You need to have a proper control system to do this. Yes, if you need to understand a product, AI is going to help you. If you need to understand how should be your images and stuff, can try to connect with the buyers. AI is great to help you there. I'm a big fan of, you put AI, then you have some rules, and then there is a brain behind it. So you are controlling through both of them. If you are just relying on one stuff, either the brain, either the AI, or either the rules based, you are not going to go there, because again, the market is growing, but it's getting competitive as well. So you have to make sure that if you are using AI, because right now, let me give you an example. Recently, a week back, if you are not filling out your attributes properly, backend attributes, if you're not doing it, and if you are not using proper keywords, and you are not, your copywriter is not vetting it through, and you're just relying on AI. So Amazon AI is now attributing it automatically. We have an instance where that guy was selling something which was paraben free, BPA free, and animal cruelty free. Now the backend was not there. Like, the backend attributes were not there. They were missing. They mentioned these things in the content, and some of the buyers also mentioned these things. Now the AI took it totally off. Now that somehow in the material type or in this attributes, Amazon filled it itself that it is not paraben free, it has BPA, and it is not animal cruelty free. So this is what AI has done, because there was no brainer behind it. So, and these things were not mentioned properly in the content, because when we went through the content, through listings, through bullets, these contents were not making sense, because it was just left alone to AI, and it was not vetted through brain. So I would say this, my combo is AI plus brain gives you result. Like, if you think that AI is going to give you result, no, because right now, after before a week, I just posted about Ruffus. So Ruffus, I tried to examine products, I tried to compare the products, like how I wanted something bad from Ruffus. It did not give me anything bad. Maybe about 1 star product it will give you, but otherwise it is just another tool that Amazon has made to create a hype among the buyers to come and buy it from it, because it's giving you something very vividly, but it's not that. So again, AI plus brainer is must. Otherwise, it's a very dangerous horse.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what we call internally at Eva, it's AI, rules, and the human combined
Yeah.
together. Obviously, the mix will change over the time as AI will always become more intelligent, but at this moment, it's a good
Yeah.
combination of three of them. So I'm also wondering, we all talk about a lot of things around Amazon, but we know that Amazon is always increasing the fees. Being profitable is becoming less and less easy because of competition as well. So what's your thinking about omnichannel? Like what's your strategy in terms of that?
Right. Let's put things straight. Amazon is increasing fee charges in different forms, storage fee, etc. It's increasing day by day. It's squeezing your profits. We know this. But Amazon has one thing that we all need, that is traffic. They have this traffic, right? So now it's on brains how you work. Are you warming up your audience enough? Are you working on your branding in all the channels? Do you know there are some certain channels, like if we talk about Gen Z, or if we talk about like my age people, like I have some specific channels like social media platforms or website that I will go and purchase it from. Maybe it is not Amazon. So are you are you understanding your buyers? Are you understanding their behaviors? Are you understanding what is required for them? And do you really connect with them? What channels you have to be on to make a sale? Because one sale is important, whether it is on Amazon or any other channel. So are you do you have buy with Prime? Are you in TikTok and you're making sure that you are also making sure that your Prime Day deals, whatever is happening there on Walmart or on TikTok, you are also utilizing them for the profits? Because your one engine is going to make a profit and other is going to consume it, but that consumption is generating the traffic, is generating your CLTV. If they can create CLTV that can get back to your maybe D2C, you can sell them new products. So making sure that, first of all, the branding is smooth, is across the channels the same. They can relate, okay, the same person who is sitting here in front of me on this channel is the same person who's sitting on me on this channel, and same products I'm getting on, right? Again, let me give you an example. If there is a product, let's suppose there is a mic in front of you and it is costing you, the CPC is costing you like $4. Have you tested it on any of, like maybe on Facebook? Have you tested the CPC or CPM there? What you are getting there? What is your ROAS there? So if the ROAS is good there, why you are not bringing the traffic from there? Why you are just relying on Amazon? So again, there has to be a brain behind it. You need to understand how you are doing it better. Again, if Amazon is squeezing the profit, you have to increase the price. How you are going to increase the price? By two things. You have to educate that people that among the competitors, among the peers, you are the best one. You have done the branding in that way. You have enough imagery, videos, influencers that are talking about it, and then you have a kind of a strategy about the deals, about the coupons, about the promotions that one look into, and they just should knock off, like what's happening, what High is doing with this brand, how it is growing so fast, because you are available all everywhere, and your strategy is the one which cannot get copied, because you are advertising something, you are bringing the traffic to something else, then you are bringing traffic to your landing page, you are just playing with them and you are maximizing them out. Maybe again, it's going to be the same product. It's going to be the same. We have a parent ASIN that has two ASINs. One is at $9, other is at $20. So you sell them $9 at the loss of like 10%, and you gain the profit of 20% from the other product. So it works like the same. Your omni-channel distribution, or your omni-channel thought process should be the same as of Amazon. As we discussed, there are some brands that are pushing their 5 products on FBA and selling 5 products on FBM. Now they have made it D2C for them. How intelligent this is, right? So you have to make sure that you are present everywhere. You are aware. Again, your team is well aware and they have brains to do that.
Excellent. So, I mean, thank you very much, Waqas, for all this great information. You already gave us like really some great hacks. If you have like something to say in a minute, that will be great. So for the sake of the time, but otherwise, it's already a great number of clues, hints that you already shared with us. And I want to thank you very much for that.
Thanks a lot. I would say that there is nothing unconventional, like there is nothing surreal, whatever. Like the problem is now everyone is trying to play a hook game here. Everyone will come to your podcast. Oh, do this. It will increase your profits. Oh, no. There's nothing. These all are surreal. The real game is different. You have to keep talking to your manufacturing guy. You have to keep looking for the new manufacturer. You have to keep looking for the new 3PL. You have to keep negotiating your rates with them. These all things, all things that are off Amazon right now. You have to make sure that you are 50 to 60% profitable at that price. If you are not, and then you come to Amazon and you think that you are going to get profitable here, you are not. Believe me, you are not. It's a cutthroat niche there. It's a cutthroat competition there. You are not going to make profits. You have to make sure that you are making 50 to 60% of the profit before landing on the Amazon. And once you are there, do not stop A/B test. Do not stop advertisement on different platforms. If you can somehow warm the audience for yourself, warm them, and then bring on Amazon. Amazon is an expensive space. They have the traffic, but they are the expensive one. Search for your niche where they are they on YouTube, and from YouTube they are going to Amazon? Are they on TikTok, and from TikTok they are going to Amazon? Are they on Facebook, and from Facebook they are going to Amazon? Where they are, try to locate them, try to find them, and wherever they are, try to place a hook there, try to place a machine there from that can warm them up. So I think the basics, and try to analyze your, again, first, as we started with, analyze your keywords. If they need ranking, then go for it. If they don't need ranking, don't go for it. Don't sweat out your money. Try to lay low and try to stay on first page, above the fold, below the fold. That's okay. Understand the behavior of your keyword. It's not a machine, because the person who's buying it's not a machine. It's he or she is a human. Your buyer is a human, so he or she must have a psychology, or there is behavior behind it. Try to understand that will, if you understand it in first 2-3 weeks, coming years are going to be very easy for you.
Absolutely. So thanks a lot, Waqas. Great conversation, great hints. Thanks for joining our podcast.
Thank you for inviting. Thanks a lot.